Okay, so we move on to our third speaker who is going to start our journey of talking about entrepreneurship today. We have with us Mr. Suresh Tyagarajan, co-founder of Farmata, a person of perfection, excellence, quality with 30 years of corporate experience. He is a blessing for Farmata, and he has been a consultant, a trainer, a facilitator in key domains as project management, business analysis, as well as requirements gathering. Uh, he has worked in organizations like HAL, ISRO, Infineon Technologies, and iGate, where he has actually pioneered few of the concepts there. Uh, he's a mechanical engineer by qualification, and of course, a happy parent and a grandparent too now. All right, welcome, Mr. Suresh. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. Hello, everyone. So I would just want to share with you an experience of my entrepreneurship. I just wanted to share with you my experience in trying to run a business for almost 3 years. The initiative was called as Direct You. We call it as in short term as DTU, and it was aimed at benefiting the farmers because right now the farmers are not able to fix a price though they produce. Like unlike other services and goods, the manufacturer is able to fix up the price, whereas farmers are not able to do that. So we were trying to provide a model where they can fix the price based on the cost of seeds, cost of land, the labor, the water, and all that. And we wanted to do away with this middleman, the commission agents, so that the cost between the farmer, what they get, is getting double or 3 times for the middleman, and when it comes to the retailer it gets 4 times or 8 times, and the end customer is not benefited. So we wanted to give the products like vegetables and fruits at a cheaper price. So these were the benefits that we are targeting. And to have the scope in mind, you can see the dotted line box. So we wanted a database of farmers who are producing what type of products, their bank details, their land details, and how we want to communicate with them. Mostly we were planning for a short messaging system because of those, 3 years back, WhatsApp was not that much there. And we had a algorithm by which the rate for a particular vegetable or a fruit is made available. And within the farm itself, we wanted to establish a grading system so that the quality of vegetables and fruits is decided at the farm and not after bringing it here and you throw off something. And we have a packing system with seals and identification. A software package that can process the order, receive the order, accept the rate, track the order, and all that. And we were also having tie-up with the goods carrier. I have vendors starting from the end customers like you people, or it could be any retail shop, or it could be a supermarket, or it could be hotels. The hardware related to all the vehicles, trays, crates, any labels, all that. So these were the scope of what we are doing. And outside the scope, we are trying to liaise with agriculture universities, mobile phone service providers, the lorry owners, and then the banks, and some of the existing um, models like Hopcoms, Shuffle Market, and we are also tying up with government agencies. So this is the overall picture of what we are trying to do. And within the framework of whatever we are trying to do, we had a brief introduction about me, but what you are not aware is 10 years back I took a voluntary retirement and I am only engaged for 2 days to 3 days in a month. So I wanted to enjoy my life with all my other personal things, and suddenly we got this idea. Okay, and what I was doing, we were trying to establish contact with farmers So I used to visit villages near our new airport, interact with government agencies like Hopcoms. I used to visit 4 o'clock in the morning, all the vegetable market in Kolar or Yeshwantpur. So my wife always gets worried. I mean, what am I doing in the morning? I used to go to agriculture university and people who are going organic vegetables. Then we established a database of 2000 plus farmers. So they were connected to a government website where they get the recent prices that are there on a daily basis. So because I have this service, the farmers were attracted towards my offering. So we had a good connection also. And then we established a website, directyou.in, and started selling vegetables and fruits in a smaller scale of eastern part of Bangalore. We also had a tie-up with First Agro. They were producing zero pesticide vegetables. They were located 135 kilometers from here, and they used to supply vegetables and fruits twice in a week, every Tuesday and Friday. So we used to get orders online and pass it on to the farm. So they will pack things for us and give it to us. So we used to distribute to the uh, uh, end customers like you. And we also were running unmanned vegetable stores where things were packed and kept with a price tag. So people have to pick up the vegetables or fruit and drop the money in a cash box kept there. So everything is unmanned. So we were having a lot of trust with the apartment residents. So it worked well for almost 6 months. So the failure modes for anything that is aimed as good, there will always be some failure modes. The biggest failure mode was we were assuming that the people who are ordering online, could be supermarkets or hoteliers, will pay 50% of the money as advance. But the current culture of supermarkets or hotels, they have a credit period of 15 to 45 days for paying to the person who is supplying vegetables or fruits. So this will not work out for us because each hotel takes around 10,000 rupees, and for 45 days you can imagine the amount of money we have to spend for them. So that was the biggest hurdle for us. And we need to gain confidence from the farmers because they produce in tons. So we need to have the confidence with them and tell them that we can consume all these tons of vegetables and fruits because we have a big consumer base. So that is where our directyou.in website was helping, but the number of consumers did not grow up to consume so much of vegetables. And even after 2 years, we are not growing. Our orders were hardly 50 orders of the tune of 10,000 rupees. So hardly 100 kgs of vegetables we are selling on a daily basis. And all the money that we are spending is on auto rickshaws, my own car, my effort, and my wife is also, was also into this. We were delivering to door. So that is the type of work we were doing. And since I was in a retirement mode, it was putting a lot of stress on me. I wanted to be free out of all this 9 to 5 work, but slowly I'm getting into this type of work. And the people whom I thought they were dedicated, they want to grow up as a businessman, they were more worried about going on leave, meeting their parents, taking care of their kids. So they were not ready for this hard work. Even our US trips, we have to plan as per the trips that DTU has got. So family functions everywhere, we are having a handicap of not moving out of this 9 to 5 work. So, so does it mean that this work is not suitable for anyone else? No, no, it's not like that. This is a good business. In fact, whatever I gave up as a distributorship, somebody else took it up. So earlier they were taking care of 70% of the Bangalore. Now they took up 25% of what I was doing. So they were having it beneficial. But as Suresh, this is not fit for me. I'm not to be a business person. So this I came to know only after 3 years of struggle, and we have spent so much of effort and money. So it would have been very easy if I'd have done a skill set assessment, like whatever Prem did. So this is what I learned in a span of 3 years. But my current expertise of training and consulting, that is where I am focusing more now, and that is where I am helping Permata also. So if you have any questions on these topics, please send me chat, or you can send an email to my email ID.
Friends, the purpose of starting the entrepreneurship discussion is with a case study is to look at from a business point of view. It's not about throwing out tools and templates and saying, okay, this is the best way to do it and this is not the best way. We are bringing in a case study and saying that the person who is a good planner, an organizer, knows step-by-step process, planned it in this way. Now, the question to all of you is, when Mr. Suresh mentioned that there have been failures, right? So go to the failure slide,
Yeah,
right? What do you think could be the key reasons? I would like you to answer in the chat. What do you think could be the key reasons of these failures? Everything is there. You see the structure. You know, the sourcing is there. The customer base has been thought through. Uh, Everyday work is on. What do you think? And this is also, we want to leave you with that case study on this and do a much detailed discussion around it in our next session, as well as the students and young professionals who are with us and who have that access to the platform, the Google Doc, where we are talking about entrepreneurship. I would want them to go back and think and put in their thoughts there, that what could be the reason of not making it a success, not being able to take it forward after 3 years. There are no failures. Entrepreneurship is a journey. It's somewhere the entrepreneur stops. So what could be the reason? You see that model. So everything is in place. If you could like to put in your thoughts over the chat now, we are happy to see that. Or you want to share it later in the Google Docs, you're most welcome. But the idea of putting in this case study is for you to see the structure, that how the planning has been done, and even after that, the uh, budding entrepreneur says after 3 years, I don't want to do it. What could be the reasons? The second part is, how could he make it successful? If you are given charge of this business and you take it over and say that you will run it, and you are given that, you're saying that just give us 20% royalty from that business, 80% you earn the whole profit, and you run it, what would you do better? How would you make it successful?